So now that we know how to use similar shapes to solve problems like missing side lengths, we're going to apply that learning to the real world. So here this problem says, a palm tree casts a shadow that's 28 feet long. A 6-foot sign casts a shadow that's 8 feet long. How tall is the palm tree? Okay, so I like to draw pictures. Yes, it's not going to look fantastic. Actually, I don't think palm trees have curved bottom parts. Okay, so we're just going to pretend that that's a palm tree. Okay, go with it. So we have a palm tree and it's casting a shadow on the ground, right? So this is actually essentially a triangle, right? So palm tree casts a shadow that's 28 feet long. And then I have this sign. Let's say that it's, I don't know, a stop sign. Okay. And it says that this stop sign casts, it's 6 feet tall. And it's casting a shadow that is 8 feet long. And it says, how tall is the palm tree? So I want to know this height here of my palm tree. So just like we used similar shapes up above, we're going to use that knowledge to then determine this missing side length. So I'm going to take the height, I'm going to label those in red, and then I have my shadows going to be in blue. Okay, so I like to do one and then the other. You can choose how you set up your proportion. So I'm going to say that we're going to do the height over the shadow. And again, I have to do the same order. So I'm going to do height over shadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and multiply my cross product. So 28 times 6. 6 times 8 is 48. 2 times 6 is 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 8x equals 168. So now you divide by the number with your variable. So 168 divided by 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. I'm going to subtract 8. 1 times 8 is 8. So now my x is 21. So it's telling me that my palm tree is 21 feet tall. And I want to definitely check for reasonableness. So in this situation, the stop sign is a little bit shorter than the shadow. And again, in this situation, the tree is a little bit shorter than the shadow. So I would know it was wrong if my tree was taller than the shadow. All right, so let's go ahead and read the next one. It says, rectangle 1 has a length of 18 inches and a width of 16 square inches. Rectangle 2 is similar to rectangle 1 and has a width of 19.2 inches. Find the length of rectangle 2. So guys, with each of these problems, you should be drawing pictures. I draw them every time. It's super beneficial, and it's how you're going to show your work. So it says rectangle 1 has a length. So the length is the long side, length of 18 inches and a width of 16 inches. And then rectangle 2 is similar, and it says it has a width. So remember, the width was 16. 16 was my width, and then it's saying width of 19.2. So that means my 19.2 is here, and it says, hey, what is that length? So again, my length was 18, so that means I'm going to put my x variable right here. Okay, so go ahead and hit pause and find our missing length. Okay, so now that I have my proportions set, and like we've talked about, you can do it either way. This first one I did shape 1 and then shape 2. The second one I did both reds, so shape 1 over shape 2 and then shape 1 over shape 2 of the red and then the blue. Your choice either way. You see that 16 and x, so 16 times x are in one diagonal, and we have 18 and 19.2 in the other, so 18 times 19.2. So now go ahead and do your cross product. Okay, so when I multiplied 18 times 19.2, I got 345.6. So I have 16x equals that. Then you always divide by the number in the diagonal with your variable. So then once I divided by 16, I got that x was equal to 21.6. Okay, and that's 21.6 inches, and that is the length. Okay, so now you guys are going to give this problem a shot. It says triangle QRS, and here, let me update these because I taught you guys that we should be using these letters at the top. So it's ABC, and it should be DEF. So these two triangles are similar, it's telling us. And it says which of the statements are true. So I want you guys to go ahead and press pause and figure it out. Okay guys, so I am looking for the statement that's true. And as I'm going through them, I am labeling my answer choices. Okay, so AB is my little X's. And then BC is from this corner in, down here in the blue. And then I have DE, so that matches AB. And then to match BC, right, BC, I should have EF, EF. This says FE, so that's not right. It should be EF, so don't get hung up on that. Don't get tricked. Okay, the next one says I have AB, and that corresponds to BC. Okay, so I have DE, which we know should be EF, right? But it's red, so it's definitely not that one either. I'm eliminating them pretty quick. This next one says angle A is congruent to angle F. So angle A is the first letter. So angle A should be angle D. Okay, so it's definitely, like, it's not going to be congruent. It doesn't look congruent. We know with similar shapes it's probably not, so we're going to eliminate that one. Wow, I'm hoping it's D and that we got it right. D says angle C, so angle C, I'm going to put a box around it, is congruent to angle E. Here. Not that either. Huh. Okay. So what I'm going to say is I think that we probably made a mistake in creating our answer choices. So I want you guys to go ahead and fix A from FE to EF, and that is going to be our correct answer. Okay. So we're all human, we make mistakes, but know that instead of FE, right, FE, it should be EF because B is listed first. All right, so we can see with our colors, the colors are right. They wrote the sides in the wrong order, so we need to fix it. Okay, so you guys have gone through all of your notes. Now you're on your own on the last 4 problems. It says quiz on the top. It's just an assignment. Go ahead and work through the 4 problems independently and turn all of this in so I can grade all your fabulous work, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye.